lost if we continue to fight. Hey, I know that we can find our way home.
How would you guys feel if I started every video with like some sort of lip sync? I've done it before, I just like music. Welcome back everybody, it is AJ All Around here. So today I have a list of flight attendant lingo that you've probably heard when you're on a plane or seen on Facebook if you're friends with a flight attendant. A lot of people, when I tell them that I'm a flight attendant, they're like, oh, what does this mean? What does this mean? So I made a list of words that you probably heard but probably don't know the meaning of. First word, all-call. An all-call is when the purser, the number one, the lead flight attendant, whatever you want to call it, they get on the interphone and they call all the other flight attendants, usually after they've armed or disarmed a door. So you'll hear flight attendants, armed doors, cross-check, and all-call. I'll get to cross-check in a minute. So that's basically the lead flight attendant calling all of the other flight attendants, making sure that their doors are armed and they are cross-checked. Base/domicile. Based on where an airline's hub is, that's where the flight attendants will be based. So if someone's hub is Chicago, they also have a base there, which means there are a bunch of flight attendants that start their trips out of that city. That's where their supervisors, all of that is. Domicile, I've heard used interchangeably with base. The way I interpret it is this. Every hub has a crew room for their flight attendants and their pilots. So the domicile is that crew room. It's usually like hidden away, some foreign elevator or stairway, away from the general public. Commuter. A commuter is just someone who doesn't live in their base. So some of my coworkers based here in Boston live other places like Florida, North Carolina, all of those other places. So whenever they have trips, they fly up the day before or whatever and they get a hotel and then they just fly their trip, they come back and then they go back home to Florida. But they are line holders, so that's so much easier for them to commute. When you're on reserve, just don't do it. Cross-check. Cross-check is simple. You just make sure the other person did whatever they were supposed to do correctly. Made sure they armed the door properly, made sure the galley is secure before takeoff and landing.
Hey, can you cross-check me?
Yeah, sure, fam, I got you.
Simple. Deadhead. A person who is deadheading is a person who is technically working, but they are not working. So like they're in an actual uniform, but they have an assigned seat. So for example, my last trip that I went on, it just got really dark. We were delayed coming out of LA to San Francisco to Houston, Houston to Nashville. I know. Ended up missing our connection from San Francisco to Houston, so they just deadheaded us from San Francisco to Houston on the next flight out, and then we ended up working Houston to Nashville anyways. It's funny because like you'll be sitting there in your uniform and people will be coming on and they just like look at you, they're like, shouldn't you be working? Like, no, I'm one of you today. Going illegal. Illegal sounds like really intense. So we have a certain amount of hours that we're allowed to work, but once we go past that, that means we're going illegal and that we can't work anymore because we need our rest. Jump seat/jump seater. Jump seats are what flight attendants sit in, the ones that like fold out from the wall. A jump seater is someone who's not working and the flight was full, yet we still have a jump seat for them to sit in. So pilots can jump seat. Sometimes you'll see like 2 jump seaters go up in the cockpit along with the actual pilots. Sometimes you'll see a person sitting in the jump seat and they're not in uniform, but that just means that they're a flight attendant and they're trying to go home, go on vacation, whatever. It's like that one time I had a jump seat from Cancun to Newark. Yeah, that one you also get weird looks if you're not in uniform, because then people think that they can just automatically sit in the jump seat and you're like, no, I work here. Non-rev. With this one you'll also hear pass rider. That's just a flight attendant, one of their family members, one of their buddies, using one of their passes to fly somewhere. Narrow body and wide body aircraft. Narrow body aircraft are just planes that have 1 aisle down the middle. Wide body are the ones that have 2 aisles. So that's like your big 787s, 777s, 767s, while your narrow body would be the A319s, A320s, 737s. And last but not least, pre-flights. Pre-flights are pretty self-explanatory. That's what flight attendants do before the passengers get on. We make sure everything looks right, everything is working, all of the emergency equipment is there. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any terms that you don't know and I didn't cover, put them in the comments below and I will answer them for you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye!